can't stop. Fuck around, make my 40 pop.
A lot of people like sent me this clip. Like, if Sasuke wasn't nerfed, I mean, you guys pretty much understand it. A lot of people think that Sasuke was quote unquote nerfed. I seen this version right here, but it's supposed that right there wasn't actually the real version. It was actually this version right here with 3 million views. But a lot of people say that Sasuke was actually nerfed, and that's the reason why he actually got his rinnegan actually messed up. Now, I personally believe, I've been saying this for a very long time, Sasuke is not nerfed. After, of course, he did lose his rinnegan, you could possibly say that he was nerfed. Yo, I just got my notification. That is crazy. What's good, Zab? But a lot of people have been saying that Sasuke was nerfed. Again, my specific stance is that Sasuke was never nerfed. Everything what Sasuke did was, he was pretty much fine. A lot of people are kind of confused about how his Sharingan didn't necessarily pick up Boruto essentially stabbing out his eye. People don't necessarily realize that Sasuke didn't necessarily have his Sharingan activated. Now, the Rinnegan is a completely different story. The Rinnegan, I have absolutely no idea how he didn't necessarily get to sense Boruto actually sneaking up on him, unless the fact that Boruto actually suppressed his own actual chakra. For example, if you guys do recall, back when, I mean, in the past couple of chapters, I don't know if you guys have kept up with the Boruto manga, but Kawaki is now able to actually suppress all of his chakra, and a lot of people do believe that right there came from the abilities of the Karma Seal. Now, it's still a complete confusion upon how he still has Karma Seal abilities, even though he doesn't necessarily have the Karma Seal right now. That's completely besides the point. But Boruto may have actually done that to actually sneak up on, or BoruShiki may have actually done that to sneak up on Sasuke. So I think that right there will probably explain it perfectly, why the Rinnegan wasn't necessarily able to pick up exactly how BoruShiki was coming. Of course, that he was aiming for his Rinnegan. That's besides the point. I still did want to actually see exactly what this is about, because again, a lot of people are sending me this video. Yo, alright, Sasuke's Rinnegan ability, that's facts. This is facts. If hypothetically, if Sasuke did see it, which he didn't, which is why he got actually destroyed, but if he did actually get to see, you feel me, Boruto coming, this right here would have been a no-brainer. This right here would have been a no-brainer. Sasuke should have definitely done that. But again, he probably didn't necessarily know Boruto was coming. His eye didn't necessarily see it, man, because it's under thick cloths of his hair. Why? I have absolutely no idea. I understand why, you know, for the actual creators and writers, they don't necessarily want to show Sasuke's eye just because of the sheer fact that they don't necessarily want to draw Sasuke's Rinnegan every single frame. That right there would just be way too much work. But why he didn't, I don't know. Nah. This right here is facts. Like, if Sasuke did actually get to see Boruto pulling up, this right here would have been a no-brainer. 100%, absolutely. But again, he didn't see it. His eye was just buried under like gallons gallons of hair follicles. I don't even know what type of measurement that is, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, Sasuke just couldn't see. But again, I personally believe, people always ask me this, how strong do I think Sasuke is probably going to be? I said in multiple videos, I think that Sasuke, as of right now, is arguably the strongest ninja on the planet, period, point blank. Even though he did lose his Rinnegan, I don't necessarily think the Rinnegan was that big of a hit to Sasuke. The reason why I don't think it was that big of a hit to Sasuke is because usually in regards to, you know, fighting against other Otsutsukis, he didn't necessarily use a lot of the abilities of the Rinnegan. He didn't necessarily absorb that much chakra. He didn't necessarily use the Shinra Tensei. He didn't necessarily use the push and pull of the past. He basically didn't use much of the past ability. The only thing that he did actually use was the Rinnegan ability that's specific to him, which was him actually switching places and stuff like that. So this pretty much, that's all he did. That's really all he did. Now, I think that Sasuke could possibly, you know, like supplement that ability by just learning the flying Raijin. Now, I'm not necessarily gonna say it, I don't necessarily want to say it like that, man, because I just made it seem like it's something completely easy to learn. But hypothetically, if Sasuke does actually learn the flying Raijin, Sasuke can literally just be damn near as powerful as he was with the Rinnegan, just because of the sheer fact that he barely used the Rinnegan. Now, obviously, the Rinnegan gave him more multiplications than that, but still, you guys get my gist. Sasuke would still be fairly the same if he did actually learn the flying Raijin. Hopefully, he does. I don't know, but that right there would definitely be something very interesting to look forward to. I always talked about how Sasuke and Naruto could possibly get stronger in the future. No one ever really, well, I don't want to say no one, but there's a lot of people that think that Sasuke and Naruto should just period point blank not get stronger. I don't know how they could think that. Again, I personally believe that it's just common sense at this particular point that they're most likely going to get a lot stronger, and that's just how it is. Which means if only he saw, oh, this right here is just a clip. Yo, the crazy part about this, while this right here was actually happening, I kind of assumed that Sasuke would just use what was it called? I forgot what it's called. How do I forget the name of it? It was essentially an ability with the Sharingan where the Sharingan could actually rewrite time. Danzo used it like 50 times in the battle versus Sasuke. A lot of people thought that he essentially sacrificed his Mangekyo Sharingan to actually save his rinnegan. That right there would have made a lot more sense, and that right there should have been the actual problem with Sasuke losing his rinnegan like this. It should have never been the fact that, you feel me, he didn't see Boruto coming. It should have been the fact that he should have actually rewrote time with his Mangekyo Sharingan. That's completely besides the point. I personally believe that right there is a much bigger beef than a lot of people don't necessarily like to talk about. But I don't know. Now again, I want to talk about like Sasuke versus Naruto. Or I want to react to a video of Sasuke versus Naruto.
It's a knife.